Hello everyone, my name is Basti and I'm an independent trader with years of experience in the crypto markets. If you're looking for the latest information for daily chart analysis, and if you're looking for trading predictions as well as trading news, then you've come to the right place. Let's go.
Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel BTC Moneymaker. Nice to see you here today. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Today we're going to jump right into it. We're going to also be looking at some of the news. Of course, important is what happened yesterday when the EU decided not to ban the cryptocurrencies here in Europe. And so let's go ahead and get started. So as you can see, we are looking at the 4-hour chart on our screen right now. And obviously, there's really not much new to say other than the fact that we remain in a sideways move. I also predict that even today, that will continue to be the case. Of course, tomorrow, the expectation is that the Federal Reserve will have a meeting where it is expected that they will raise the interest rates to 0.5%. But I personally also don't think that that's going to have a lot of influence in the market. I don't really think that it's going to be, the price is going to go up or it's going to go down significantly. And we do have to pay attention to see what happens today when the markets open. But of course, that also, I don't think it's going to have any effect, because a lot of people are waiting, of course, for tomorrow. So there's going to be a live stream for those of you who want to be there. We'll start 1 hour before the meeting of the Federal Reserve. And another thing that we can see here is that we do remain, again, in this consolidation phase. But this is something I mentioned in the meeting this morning to the gold members of my trading services, that we have to take out these 2 highs here, or these 3 highs. If we don't do that, then the possibility, of course, is very high that we continue to remain in this consolidation or even test our lower support line here. You can even see that at around 9 o'clock German time, we had this nice pump, and exactly here at the 100 EMA line, that's where immediately the price got pushed down again. So that we can also see, for example, if we look at the 2-hour chart, the 200 EMA ribbon pushed the price down. If we go to the 1-hour chart, we see we went over the 200 EMA and exactly again we got pushed down, and by the 100 EMA ribbon, that was the end of the pump basically. So of course, what that goes to say that right now the market makers, they are the ones that are taking a lot of money. If you come into the market and you have a long, make sure you take out your profit, you take everything, or you at least take some of it, and you have a stop loss here before you actually go into the negatives. So you do have to keep this in mind, and this is very important for you right now, that you don't get triggered into coming to the market when you see a pump. You're like, okay, this is the final move before it continues to push upward, and then that actually is not the case. So the same thing happens, for example, to the bears, where they also come into the market thinking, oh, look, everything is, the price is dropping, it's free falling. They come in, and then what happens? The price goes back to the original area where the whole thing started. So either way, you do have to be very careful not to be triggered into coming into the market. Even right now, we have this push here, and I can see that throughout the day today, we most likely will go back into the point of origin. So we remain in this big consolidation area that that you can see here on the screen right now. And so long as we don't really have anything that for the long term is going to push the market one way or the other, that's pretty much the game that we're going to be playing even for today. And of course, we'll see what happens tomorrow after the Federal Reserve announces their numbers. I personally think that we might see some drop in the price based on experiences from the past where the Federal Reserve has kept the interest rates at the same level, and we had a pump that of course immediately brings the price back to where it started. So I expect that tomorrow the same thing is going to happen, but obviously all the way around, where we get pushed to maybe $34,000. Then from here, people start coming into the market, and that should bring the price back up to where we started and maybe create a nice V formation that could bring the price even higher. At least that would be a possibility for tomorrow. Looking at the daily chart, we can see that not a whole lot has changed. However, yesterday we did have a very nice green candle, and we closed the day better than we did the 2 previous days. So that was something that we wanted to see. But as you can see here on the 20 EMA line for the daily, immediately we got dropped again from there. So that was very strong resistance, and that's something that keeps repeating itself. As you can see here in the past, we've also had already cases where that happens. And so even when we went over the 50 EMA line, immediately it failed to become support and we go back down to where we started. So that is how things are at the moment. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, you hit the notification bell. Also that you click the like button for the videos. You can help us continue to grow and post free content that way. And thank you so much for those who are supporting also our German and Spanish communities. Here in the news, as you can see, I think I was one of the first people to post this news here to people in our community. And it was regarding yesterday's meeting that the European Parliament had, where they were going to discuss if they were going to ban the mining of Bitcoin here in Europe, or if there were going to be some restrictions there. And so it is a good political success for Bitcoin that is not going to be the case, that the European Parliament decided not to have any sort of ban in this thing. So that is good news, of course, and that's why I was saying yesterday, don't panic, or the day before yesterday, don't panic. Stuff like this tend to get people nervous, but as you can see, stuff like this, it's very difficult to implement. And so yeah, we're just happy that that was the case. Also, I posted this graphic here on my Twitter account, which actually shows something very interesting, and that is that the amount of Bitcoin that has been transferred from exchanges to private wallets has risen so much. I mean, we are at 54,000 Bitcoins that had been taken off the exchanges. And for me, that is a very bullish sign. You guys can also, of course, leave your comments and give me your opinions here under this video. But for me, that is a good sign. It means people are expecting that the price of Bitcoin will continue to rise after, we get out of the situation that we are in at the moment. And that means even in these places where we've had the price pump in the past, and we've seen the price later drop, here there's so much that people have invested in and have in their private wallets that I think this is a bullish sign for Bitcoin. In the Fear and Greed Index, we have 21 points today. Yesterday we had 23. So obviously, again, not a whole lot has changed. We remain inside the same range that we've been in for weeks or months now. And again, I think that will continue to be the case for at least a few more days. Do remember that they use things like, what happens in the social media, what happens with volatility, volume in the market, and so on. So keep that in mind as a way of giving you also a hint as to how to prepare for the market. So as they always say, buy the fear, sell the greed. And that is exactly what you should try and do as well. Now over to Ethereum, where we see also there's not a whole lot happening. We are moving also inside this range we've been in for a while, and the range keeps getting smaller and smaller. I imagine we'll continue to move here at least towards the first week of April. However, tomorrow, based on what the Feds will decide, there's most likely also going to be sudden movements. The question, of course, is the movement going up or is the movement going to go down? That remains to be seen. But right now, you guys have to be very careful, especially of coming into the market with leverage positions. I do not recommend it because you can get wrecked the way the markets are behaving right now. Of course, for coming in and, not just Ethereum, but for the altcoins, because right now they are at very low prices. Yeah, Again, it's not direct advice for anybody, but it is very attractive. You can come into the market, put it into your HODL portfolio, and it has a lot of potential of good returns in the future. But again, I would strongly advise not to go into the market with leveraged positions in any case for altcoins or Ethereum. Now let's have a look at the dominance for Bitcoin. As you can see, we are still very close here to our downtrend line, the white line here, and this line, of course, it's been there already for months, but I imagine we'll go to the 45% line sooner or later. This also here goes to show that we are not in a altcoin season. And if anybody says that, oh, tomorrow there's going to, the altcoin season is going to start, then I'd say either this person doesn't know this chart or they have special information that we don't have. But I personally don't think that right now that is the case, and it doesn't seem to be the case in the near future. Now let's go back and have an overview. For Bitcoin today is important, especially in the smaller time frames, that we don't go any lower than this preview low here of 37,600 US dollars, and that we finally take out these highs here that are very important, that we leave them behind. So that is important for Bitcoin in the immediate future. You can even go ahead and draw a box here if you want, so it can give you an idea as to above which area Bitcoin needs to rise to. And so that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you stay healthy, you stay safe, and please, if you like the video, do hit the like button. Also subscribe to the channel. You can find also interesting links in the description of this video. My name is Basti. Bye bye.